Hi, I am thinking of applying to study on the Learning Technology and Research degree. Can you tell me a bit about it, please?
Yes, it is an online inquiry work-based learning degree that is centered around your workplace and practices. You share work and ideas for peer review and discuss topics with other members of the online community in your study cohort.
How has it helped you in your role as a university administrator?
Previously, my listening and communication skills were weak. As I have progressed through this course, I have noticed that people around me respond more positively as I have strengthened these skills and improved my acceptance of feedback from colleagues. This has resulted in strengthened teamwork, both in the workplace and within my learning cohort in the online community. This can be further enhanced by improving the feedback I give to my online peers by aligning my feedback with the assessment criteria.
What does research in the title of your degree mean?
I have learned to apply a range of different research methodologies in order to carry out work-based inquiries.
How can you use it at work?
I'm stronger at solving work-based problems. Through my study of double-loop learning, I now look at problems in a methodical way. I have examined several incidents at work and have been able to critically analyze them through reflective practice and a framework in order to carry out an inquiry to investigate it using one of the social research methodologies. I could further strengthen my practice here by constructing arguments and comparing views to further analyze the literature that I use for my research.
What do your colleagues think about that?
Previously, I was weak at identifying ethical considerations, but through the literature I have learned that there are many ethical, legal, moral and political considerations. Carrying out a work-based inquiry necessitates you to talk through your plans with colleagues. Learning about what is unethical, threatening, or uncomfortable has strengthened my awareness about what is appropriate in research at work. To enhance my understanding of ethics, I decided to strengthen my knowledge of social and cultural awareness by completing the Diversity at Work training. I took the course online and generated interest by talking to colleagues about it. Since then, everyone in my unit has completed the training. I have now been invited onto focus groups for our database, which shows the value of my learning.
What does the technology part of the course teach you?
My weakness in the use of technology meant that I did not view it as a tool to be explored by me personally. I viewed myself as an end user of applications that were there for my job. Since starting this course, I have strengthened my use of technology as a way to enhance my learning, such as my creation of a series of instructional screencasts for training at work, using Adobe Captivate. I have received an email this week thanking me for the easy and useful format.
How do you choose topics for your research?
I have strengthened my critical incident analysis at work to identify gaps in knowledge that would benefit from further investigation. I have learned about reflective writing and different genres to present my reflective processes to approach problem solving in a creative way. This has been particularly helpful in my role as link trainer for our specific database processes. Previous weaknesses in reviewing the training manual has been addressed by documenting my tacit knowledge in order to pass on aspects learned through experience and write them into the processes. A further weakness for improvement is the effective management of the training data for use in the training sessions. This year I reflected upon work completed in the first 2 years in order to draw out strengths and weaknesses against my personal development plan. This aided my search for a focus on a work-based topic that would be interesting and worthwhile. My major project is about my practice as a mentor, and I have strengthened my understanding of this through my literature review on seminal works from authors such as Clutterbuck and Parslow. Previous weaknesses in this area were due to a lack of understanding of the importance of my role. This course has strengthened the perception of the important role I play and has reinforced my understanding of the behavioral subjects I learned about in the Management Development Training Program.
Who looks at the findings?
My findings are presented to colleagues and other students on this course through seminar presentation. I have discovered that knowledge gained through research is meaningless unless you can reach your public and get your message across to those who matter. I have strengthened my knowledge of audience needs and knowledge transfer. Putting your message across in an interesting and influential way can also highlight achievements of any department or organization, thus strengthening their profile.
Do presentations worry you?
Before this course, my presentation skills were weak because I worried about the content, which had a knock-on effect on my presentation delivery, but I have been given the building blocks to carry out an inquiry and write it up to a high academic standard. This has strengthened my written English and developed my confidence. However, I am still nervous at standing in front of an audience. I have found that data analysis has improved my numeracy skills. I feel that I am weak in this area and could achieve a higher level with deeper reading and investigation into new ways of analyzing data, such as my improvement in the understanding of statistical analysis. However, I have mainly worked with qualitative data, but strengthening my understanding of standard deviation would help me to become more knowledgeable at meetings where statistical analysis is discussed.
Okay, thank you for coming in to see me today.